violence or no other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, I can still get shot by the police. I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, cyberspace? It's the Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's get into the video.
Investigators blocked off a section of Peachtree Battle Avenue where a man was shot and killed this morning. Fox 5's Deidre Dukes joins us live from the scene. What's the latest, Deidre?
Alex, a passing motorist discovered the body. I'm going to move out the way here so I can show you exactly where that body was discovered. The body of that man was found lying in that driveway there where you see that blue vehicle.
Imagine that, waking up in the morning on a beautiful Thursday morning, just brush your teeth, wash your face, got ready for work, hopped in the shower, whatnot. You come out to your vehicle, pull out of the driveway, and there is a body of a slain man in your driveway. This is the reality of most Atlanteans, okay? And this is in Buckhead. This is in Buckhead. We need a secession from the city of Atlanta here in Buckhead. I actually live in Buckhead. We're tired of these super gremlins, okay? We want to be our own city. We want to be independent of the city of Atlanta because they are not equipped. They are not competent enough to handle the issue at hand, which is these super gremlins are on demon time.
Park now. The body discovered at around 6:45 this morning by a passing motorist here along the 1200 block of Peachtree Battle Avenue. Now, a neighbor who spoke to us off camera told us that he heard around 5 gunshots this morning and then the sound of a vehicle speeding off just before the unidentified man's body was discovered. Police said the victim is a white male, approximately 45 to 55 years old.
Wow. I told you guys. These super gremlins are hunting white men. The cat is out of the bag. The cat is out of the bag. We seen Thomas Arnold late last year or early this year on the Beltline. I think that happened, I want to say January 12th. So Thomas Arnold was murdered on the Beltline in Atlanta. We have this gentleman here who was taken out by the super gremlins, and we just did a story on the Elijah Dewitt, who played football, played wide receiver at Jefferson High School, D1 prospect, slain, taken out by 2 super gremlins on demon time. So when I say, and people got in my comments, oh no, this ain't happening. Black men ain't hunting white men. All right. Okay, I'm gonna just keep the stories coming.
And tell us he had been shot multiple times. Detectives say they do not believe the man lives in the neighborhood. And we talked to the woman who called it in. She says she was driving her daughter to school when the girls spotted the body.
She said, "Mommy, a man on the ground. There's blood, and I think he was shot."
And let me tell you something. This is a very nice area in Buckhead. This is a very nice area. The homes in this area are $350,000 plus. Ask me how I know. Ask me how I know. So you have these super gremlins creeping in to the upper echelon, elegant parts of the city of Atlanta in Buckhead, and they're doing damage, baby. Big damage.
Shot. And I immediately turned into the nearest driveway, and she said, "What are you doing?" And I said, "Well, we're going to turn around." And so we turned around, and I found my phone and called 911 and turned my flashers on.
No possible motive in the shooting right now, but police are out here. Detectives canvassing the neighborhood, talking to any possible witnesses as they try to determine exactly who this man was and why he was shot here this morning. They're asking that anyone who may have seen or heard anything suspicious in the area around the time of the shooting to give them a call. In Buckhead, Deidre Dukes, Fox 5 News.
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Frederick Douglass, where a shooting just took place. And as you can see, it's pretty rough area. So I'm basically risking my life reporting on this madness. So make sure you do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. Like the video, hell, share the video. And make sure you go ahead and leave a comment down in the comments section to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all this son violence in the streets. I'm Jenquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia, BGZM News 17.
And it's a parent's nightmare. We talk with the mother searching for answers after her son was gunned down right in front of her home. Good evening. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Courtney Bryant. The violence happened in South Fulton. So far, police tell us no arrests have been made. Fox 5's Tyler Fingert joins us from the live desk tonight. Tyler, that mother is desperate for answers in her son's death.
Yeah, Courtney, that mom and family want nothing more right now than for the suspected shooter to be caught. The loss of Yavaris Snelling Jr. is painful for them, but this murder is made even more tragic because his 6-year-old daughter will now grow up without a dad.
It's the little things that Nikki Breland will miss most about her oldest son, 30-year-old Yavaris Snelling Jr.
He always had a big old smile. Every time you see him, he smiled. He always smiled about everything.
Snelling was killed last week outside the family home in South Fulton near...
Here we go. Like I said, you can't blame anybody but the Communitah. This is a black person issue. This is a black people issue. This is a Communitah issue. And until we address it head on, until we stop voting these leftists in who really could care less about this issue, then and only then will we be able to move forward.
I-85 and Flat Shoals Road around 4:30 in the morning after he got home from work.
We heard the shots. We came outside and there he was. And my two sons tried to render aid.
South Fulton police say Snelling was shot in the chest. Investigators are still trying to figure out who shot him and why.
I hope whoever is responsible, they get caught, because it was senseless and we still don't know, absolutely why.
Snelling leaves behind a 6-year-old daughter who he loved dearly. Breland says she still gets calls from her granddaughter asking for her dad.
She'll call me and she was like, "Hey, G-Ma, how you doing?" And she was like, "Can you put my dad on the phone?" And that was it. Her whole conversation centered around him and her.
Breland says the loss of her son was sudden and unexpected, which is why they're asking for help paying for his funeral. If you want to help, the details are...
And see, this is another thing. We are not prepared when these things happen. No health insurance, no life insurance. We need to start, we need to be the #1 consumers of life insurance at this point. The black community needs to be the #1 consumers of life insurance. Okay, even though it is kind of hard to qualify for life insurance, especially if you got felonies or, prior drug convictions and whatnot, they definitely take that into account. But we need to be looking for Communitah-friendly life insurance companies, because these folks are not even prepared to bury their dead, and it almost shows the straight apathy when it comes to these issues. The fact that they don't really think that this could ever happen to them when they're literally in the hotbed for black on black crime.
On our website, South Fulton police are asking anyone with information on the murder to give them a call. At the live desk, Tyler Fingert, Fox 5 News.
Your heart just goes out to that mother. Tyler, thanks.
Hi, Taisha, thanks. New developments in the death of a pastor's wife, now being investigated as a homicide. 50-year-old Lashunda Ellison died after a bullet came through her bedroom and hit her in the head. Channel 2's Audrey Washington's live at DeKalb County.
So not only are these super gremlins hunting white men, but they are also hunting the clergy. Okay? They are targeting, and I know they're going to say this is random and whatnot, but they shot through the walls, killed this female pastor, and it's sickening. No outrage from the Communitah. No Black Lives Matter marches. Nothing at all. Mum's the word.
Police department with more.
Right, as you said, I'm here at the police department right now. This is where we learned that this is now being investigated as a homicide case.
God took the only thing that kept me going.
All right. Now we gotta slow down, my brother. God did not take this lovely woman here, this godly woman here. He didn't take her. These super gremlins on demon time took her. Don't put this on God, my brother. I know you're mourning. But this was, I mean, you know, people might say, oh, it was God's will. No, this was not God's will. This was the free will of these super gremlins on demon time. So I know a lot of people like to look up to the heavens when something horrible happens and, you know, curse God or thank God for, you know, whatever it is, whether it's good or bad, right? You thank God when something good happens, but then when something bad happens, you curse God. That's generally how things go. Okay. But you can't blame God for this, my brother. You can't. This is the Communitah's fault. This issue that we're facing right now in this day and age is black people's fault. Solely. Okay? We're the ones who are not holding each other accountable. We're the ones who are allowing this culture to continue to fester on, and we're not calling out the drill rappers. We're not, as a matter of fact, we're celebrating them, and we're asking that the laws be more kind to them. So this is our issue. If you want to blame anybody, blame the black community, but don't bring God in this. He has nothing to do with this.
Pastor Mac Ellison says a part of him is now forever gone.
I just can't get her back.
His wife, Lashunda Ellison, dead after a bullet crashed through the couple's bedroom last week and hit the 50-year-old in the head.
We stayed together to the end.
Pastor Mac Ellison says the shot came from this wooded area that you see behind me and went straight into his bedroom. He says it happened so quickly that he never even heard the shot. Tuesday, DeKalb County Police upgraded the shooting case to a homicide case. Pastor Mac Ellison, who heads Temple Faith Ministries, believes a stray bullet killed his wife. He doesn't think the shooting was targeted.
Even if you tried to target us from some woods, you don't know where we lay our head. I know I didn't shoot my wife, and I know my wife wouldn't shoot herself.
Now, we also learned that detectives here at the DeKalb County Police Department are going to return to the scene to look for more clues in this case. Again, this is a very active scene that remains under investigation, and we are live here in DeKalb County tonight. Audrey Washington, Channel 2 Action News.
Gang violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.